The King will be holding court this week at his Florida palace.
Welcome to PGA Tour Today, presented by MasterCard.
Fairways and greens. It may be more important this week than it's been in a long time.
Hey everyone, I'm Amanda Balionis. After a dramatic end to the Transitions Championship, I'm sure some players are wishing for a nice, relaxing course this week. Well, Bay Hill, home of the Arnold Palmer Invitational in Orlando, is not that course. In 2010, it ranked as the 5th toughest among non-major tournaments. The fairways are extremely long and the greens are well protected. Players can expect to be working for their birdies from the tees all the way to the pin. 3 holes that players and fans will be focused in on are the first 3 holes at Bay Hill, the second toughest opening trio on tour last year. It's a challenge early in the round after the Snake Pit last week, which were the final 3 holes of the Transitions. In addition to a stellar field, one of the big thrills of this week is to see the King in action. It's almost impossible not to think Arnold Palmer when talking about the game of golf. This will be the 33rd year that the 81-year-old legend will be hosting the tournament. Palmer did renovate Bay Hill last year, making the fairway bunkers a bit flatter to bring uniformity to shot values. But don't let that fool you. This course is as challenging as ever. The challengers are a star-studded lineup, exactly what you'd expect when a legend is the host, including 6-time winner of the Arnold Palmer Invitational, Tiger Woods. Tiger is a part of the featured grouping Thursday with last week's Transitions Championship winner Gary Woodland and 2010 Pebble Beach and BMW Championship winner Dustin Johnson. That will be a very fun group to follow. They tee off on Thursday at 12:56 p.m. Eastern. Just behind them at 1:08 Eastern is defending champion Ernie Els, along with exciting rookie Jonathan Vegas, the Bob Hope Classic champion, and England's Ian Poulter. Now for more on what to expect out at the King's Palace, let's throw it out to Michael Collins, who's leading our PGA Tour Network coverage.
Thanks, Amanda. Arnold Palmer Invitational first round, and it is going to be perfect weather, right around 88 degrees. Now, the thing you're going to have to look for in the first round is the wind. They're expecting winds between 15 and 20 miles an hour, or even 25 miles an hour, with gusts up over that. What does that mean? 2 things. One, you got to get your ball in the fairway. The rough is over 3 inches deep, and some places when you get it in there, nothing more than the wedge is coming out. The other thing that's going to mean is they're going to have to keep the greens a little bit softer than these guys have seen them in the last year. You got to remember, last year they were all new putting surfaces. They've had a year to settle in, but with the wind that's supposed to come, they might soften them just a little bit so guys can fire them at the flags, but that's only if you hit it at the fairway. Brian Cater.
Michael, thanks. Those tough conditions that Michael talked about are going to be fantastic for spectators. Wind keeping the temperatures cool. We're expecting huge crowds, especially on the 14th hole. Remember, there's a civic group here in Orlando that wants things to be heated up like 16 over in Scottsdale. So we'll see if indeed it gets that raucous. It's going to start out a little calm on Thursday and Friday, but it'll get wild by the weekend for sure. Our live play-by-play coverage on the PGA Tour Network starts at noon Eastern. Amanda?
Thanks, Brian. In addition to SiriusXM coverage, you can catch round 1 of the Arnold Palmer Invitational on the Golf Channel from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern. And be sure to go to PGATour.com for On the Tee at 12:30 Eastern, followed by live coverage of the 14th and 17th holes at Bay Hill at 1 p.m. Eastern.
PGA Tour Today is presented by MasterCard, which invites you to play like a PGA Tour player at select TPC courses. MasterCard is a proud sponsor of the PGA Tour.